Sweet chariot, coming for to carry me home. Swing low, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me home. Mm, mm, mm. Look at this. This is a mess. Somebody hasn't been through here in a while. Don't make no sense. I know I haven't been here in a bit myself. Let's get this out of the way. Yes. Oh boy, but I got your favorite. Lilies and buttercups. Oh, now that looks a lot better. Oh, you been all right? Good. I've been all right. Well, better than all right. Yes. Ooh, a lot has happened since the last time I was here. Got a lot to tell you. You remember Dr. Brucker that we worked under? Yes. Well, Dr. Brucker had assured me that he submitted your name along with my name as one of the nurses that worked under him. He was supposed to send in all that information for all the nurses. Well, a few years ago, I saw something in the papers that said all the women who worked as nurses or did any work during the war would be entitled to a pension. Yeah, that's what I said too, about time. About time, all that hard work and nothing in return for it. Well, you know, Mrs. Pitts even started a whole association to make sure the nurses were fighting to get their due. I think I even have an article. Let me look. I want to read it to you directly. I don't want to try to quote it. Let's see here. It says, every Army nurse who can provide 6 months or more of actual service in the military hospitals during the war and who is unable to earn a comfortable support is entitled to a pension of $12 a month. Can you believe it? I even spoke with some women. They said they were getting $25 a month. Now, you know that's done on a case-by-case basis, of course. Well, when I heard about this, I said, let me get on it then. So, I went there. I went to Washington, D.C., because all you had to do was submit an application to the Office of Army Nurses. So that's what I did. I got on a train and I went there. You would have been so proud of me. And I walked into that office and I said, I'm here to collect my pension. Now the young officer there, he was all high and mighty. He didn't want to give me the time of day. And I said, I'm here to collect my pension as well as my daughter's pension. Even though she's passed away, she still deserves that debt that's owed to her. Well, do you know he had the audacity to laugh at me? I said, young man, I'm more than old enough to be your mama and you gonna show me some respect. He said, no. He said, you wasn't no nurse. You wasn't no cook. You wasn't even no washerwoman. There's no record of you. I was furious when I left there. However, when I got home, I decided I'm going to contact some of those men from the 23rd. I'm going to get in touch with them. You remember Colonel Sanders and Lieutenant Foster? Oh, baby, they laid you out so pretty to rest when you pass. Do you know they testified for me? They sure did. They testified for me and said that they had seen me there, that I had tended to their wounds, that I had sat by their brothers' sides and held their hands as they passed away. And they said that as a favor to me, they gave you a funeral while we were under siege. Can you believe it? They spoke on my behalf. I couldn't believe it that these white men would speak up for little old me. But they did, and I was still denied. That's okay. I went back to Washington, D.C. I surely did. I went back and I talked with the officers. I talked with judges. I talked with congressmen. I told them I was at Shiloh, that I was at Vicksburg, that I marched all the way to the sea with General Sherman and injured my leg to the point where it's still that way this day. And do you know they still denied me? 55 men spoke on my behalf, and I was still denied. I tell you, I'm coming now from a special conference, a special meeting of Congress in Washington, D.C. And I'm not going to try to tell you, I'm going to read it to you, what they said. They said, this bill proposes to pension at $12 per month Lucy Nichols of New Albany, Floyd County, Indiana. The claimant served as a nurse from May 1862 until the close of the war. She was in the field hospital with the 23rd Indiana Volunteer Infantry, employed by Magnus Brucker, surgeon of said regiment. Her service and employment is not denied, but her application was denied at the Bureau because she was not employed by the authority recognized by the War Department as having such power. The evidence shows that this claimant contracted disabilities in the service from which she has never recovered, and that she is now old, very poor, and unable to earn her living. She has no one on whom she can rely for support. She has the confidence and esteem of her neighbors and of those who knew of her service as a nurse. About 50 old soldiers who knew of her valuable service join in asking this relief. The bill is reported back with the recommendation that it pass. Baby, I just left Washington, D.C., and in response, we, the Committee of Congress, grant Aunt Lucy Higgs Nichols $12 a month until a time when she goes to meet her maker. Can you believe it, baby? I won my pension. I know it doesn't mean much to you because you wasn't with me that long, but I am so thankful that I won my pension. Oh my goodness. What a fight it was. Yes, baby girl, what a fight it was. Oh. Well, I don't want to take up no more of your time. I'm going to come back soon. Don't you worry. And I'm going to make sure this groundskeeper keeps this nice. You deserve respect and some flowers every once in a while. There are some bright days, even though we are treated bad sometimes. There are some bright days. Oh, sometimes I feel like a motherless child. Sometimes I feel like a motherless child. Sometimes